Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Smoke Break Show. We got our host Razgneir and our co-host, we got mr.slippers. I can't even say it right, mr.slippers. We got Holland Cope and Gotham's Knight.
Got hams.
Gotham's Knight 22. I apologize. How are we doing tonight, everybody?
Good man, how are you? Long time?
I know, guys.
We haven't done this in a while.
It's been about what, 2 months, 3 months now, going on third month without doing a single podcast. Well,
I mean, we didn't do one any of. Oh wait, we did.
Yeah, we did the
Yeah,
January
it's been
of
a while.
2018. Like the very first one was on New Year's Eve,
Oh yeah.
and we haven't done anything since then. I mean, I've been really busy with my job, and all that. So I've been trying to get a steady schedule so we can all actually have a time without hustling and trying to squeeze in the time or being tired getting off work. Because sometimes I would work Thursday nights, and
Can
sometimes
you
I
tell me
didn't.
a little bit about the guy on 90.1?
Oh, you're talking about the San Antonio College Station 90.1. Well, I don't know much about it, but like every time I listen to it around 7 o'clock when I go pick up Shelby from work, there's this guy named Fuzzy Slippers, same as our co-host here. Well, he was Fuzzy Slippers at first, and then he decided to be Mr. Slippers.
Well, I definitely can't be Fuzzy Slippers now, but like.
I mean, who owned it first? You know what I mean? Who owned it first? That's what matters. Like,
I don't know.
But he ended up having a show there, and they only hired him to do voice, as in like play 4 songs and say that, all right guys, thank you for listening to so and so. You guys just heard this song by so and so. Here's what's gonna play next. Play like 5-7 songs, do the same thing for several hours. That's what he was getting paid to do. You know what I mean? That's what the radio wanted him to do, because I mean he's not a really good voice. His voice, he's not that good. Like he shouldn't be in the radio. I personally feel like that. So then he started adding his own little like quote of the day, quote of the week type deals, where he would talk for like 10 minutes and not play any music, and that shit, dude, it was just bad. He called them what were they called? Their Kanye speeches.
Oh, just like no direction, no sense, no reason, no logic,
motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he called him. It's like, all right, it's time for the Kanye speech of the night, and he would just like go on and say this stupidest shit. So then I heard him like say like last Monday I was listening. And he was like, so guys, I apologize, I'm not going to be talking much this show because the producers don't want me to do much talking, so here are the songs that we're going to play, blah, blah. And then, now he's not there anymore.
Whoa.
It's off of San Antonio College Radio. That's like, you really suck at DJing if you fucking got thrown off that.
I mean, I was listening to it and the other night for like 3 nights in a row, and it was a completely different person doing a completely different show. And these guys were a lot better. I mean, there was 3 guys. They've been doing radio since like 2006, so they've had lots of experience in that, and they sound a lot better. They're funny to listen to. You know what I mean? So I enjoy that a lot more. But yeah, that's the whole 90.1 San Antonio FM radio.
I never really heard.
They play some dope ass music though.
Yeah, they do sometimes.
They play a lot of local bands, and they also play a lot of like indie and alternative music that you wouldn't really listen.
Dude, I went out with Malachi and his girlfriend like 2 weeks ago, I think. And they're like, let's go to the sex show. There's going to be a chick who's going to pour milk down her crotch. And I was like, okay. So
That's
I go,
awesome.
and like this chick is like super fake tits, but she's like so hot. She's like amazing ass. She's like in a thong too. Anyways, she has like this cheap whip, and she's like whipping like this fence, and like she realizes like the whip is like so cheap and just shitty. Like she just like throws it to the side, and then she like basically gets naked, but there's no milk. Nothing ever happened with the milk.
No milk.
She just kind of she had like
Betrayal.
stickers on her nipples, and then she was just in a thong and a cowboy hat, and she's just walking around like super hot, and like everyone was just like staring like bad. And then there was no milk. That was
You're just sitting there the whole night, like waiting for the goddamn milk, and he's like, "Where's the milk?"
See that? That's the whole reason I went. Like, dude, she's like, dude, Malik. He's like, dude, she's gonna pour milk down her ass and her clit. And I was like, oh shit, like. And that never fucking happened. And then like there's this like super gay dude who's just like fucking dancing like hardcore, man. Like I'm pretty sure he was dancing so hard he like hurt himself at one point because he's just like way too into it. And then there was like this chick who had like fire things, and that was actually kind of cool. She was just like almost
naked playing with fire,
juggling fire and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of cool. That was the coolest part. I mean, the chick who was hot was really hot, but like the chick doing all the fire stuff, that was crazy.
man.
But again, there was no milk.
There's no milk on the crotch. That's the whole reason. And I even remember, like, after the whole show was done and we were at some other bar, I was like, she never even poured milk on her ass. Malachi's like, I know, dude. What the fuck? And then
you paid for this?
I had to pay cover of $5. But
oh, that's yeah. Then what do you expect? No milk show.
And then I was at this other bar, and there's this band which wasn't that good at all. And then I saw Francisco, and he had teeth like a vampire. He literally looked like an actual vampire, and he's like, I work at Specs.
Okay.
A crazy fucking night.
That was the end of, yeah.
Wow.
Should have started booing like at the end of the show, like no milk.
Milk. Where the fuck is the milk?
Well, the truth was when I got there, there's like a sign advertising like who was on stage or whatever, and nothing ever said anything about milk. Only Malachi said something about milk. So
Malachi tricked you.
He basically tricked me.
Damn,
into paying $5 for the cover.
I've never been to. I mean, I went to once. I've gone to a strip club once, and I was in there for like 5 minutes, and I had to get out. Dude, that shit was nasty. I couldn't really. It's not my thing.
All the chicks in San Antonio are like on heroin in strip clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looked awful. Like it was just it was rough.
I went to strip clubs when I lived in Florida, and just clubs in general, like in Florida, are just badass.
What kind of mentality would you need to have though to be like, I'm gonna go strip for money, like be naked for money?
Drug
addicts.
Yeah,
I mean, drug addicts. Yeah.
Yeah. Not wanting to gain any profession in any way, partying, that kind of thing. Like a party mentality, 24/7.
Pretty much.
Go interview them.
No.
Yeah, we should know. We should definitely do.
No use of the brain, like at all, pretty much.
I think that would be a great bit if we do that.
Got a stripper on here? That would be the shit.
No, no, getting a stripper on here But also no, like have like an interview paper, and we'll like go out and interview some strippers
Fuck,
or
I
female
wish
strippers, and then
like my ex would do that.
she was a
I
stripper.
could like, yeah,
Candace, was
she
she
did
was she
every
Candace?
she did everything. She did hosting, she did stripping, she did
So
bartending.
Candace, you're talking about Candace, right?
No, my ex.
Yeah,
She's
Candace.
from Florida. Candace,
Simon's baby daddy or baby mama.
baby daddy.
Just like has a dick.
Sounds just like Candace, bro.
Yeah, but Candace is like
Aaron's is like
a
the real
strange-
dad of Tesla, like at the end.
in a strange way, Candace is smarter than my ex. If that makes any fucking sense.
If she's with Simon, then yeah, she's definitely.
She's just like more mischievous.
I don't know, Aaron. I've never met any of your female friends, so I've never met anybody from your
That's okay.
female
keep it that way.
interactions. So, I mean,
It's good. You don't want to meet them anyways. So.
what about you, Gotham? What about
They got holes in their
About
brains.
me, what?
you? Tell me about your stripper experience.
Well, I've never gone to a strip club, bro. Married, what the fuck?
Married with
dude,
children.
He's from McAllen, man. What the fuck?
I know. What should I expect? My bad.
Yeah.
My fucking bad.
All he did is smoke swag and play games on PC.
A lot of swag.
What about slippers? Yeah, dude. What about slippers, dude? Like fucking.
What about it?
Oh fuck! He used to live in Fort Bragg, dude.
Yeah, dude. You've probably seen
Oh,
the
yeah.
military and all that, dude. Like on a lot of like.
I've been to some good ones, but I mean, for the most part, all the girls are still addicts and shit.
Like straight up, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they look good, but they also do a lot of drugs.
And then you're like, oof! If I put my dick in there, it's gonna fall off.
I'm gonna do it anyways.
Point is to just get drunk enough to where you don't really.
Yeah.
My dick is made out of steel.
You drink enough Jaeger, and anything can happen. You know.
Oh man, that sounds awful. Ooh, Jaeger. I don't even know how people can drink Jaeger. That's like a nasty,
oh my
like.
God, just thinking about it makes me want to fucking puke right now.
Love that shit.
What are y'all sipping on tonight, guys?
Water.
Yeah, I'm drinking water. I've been getting way too drunk, dude. I'm not even drinking right now.
I'm drinking pear cider.
Damn.
I
Feeling
know,
drinking a real
I
man drink over
need
here.
I need a drink.
Yes, sir, you do. Oh, go ahead and make yourself a drink right now.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking rum and coke. That's like the only thing I ever drink.
Do you
I don't
put
touch it.
lime? Do you put lime in yours?
Only when I make it too strong. Like when it's like where I like make it a little too strong. When I make usually after my third one, it's when I start making them way too strong because I start getting drunk and I'm just like whoa, yeah. And then I'm like sipping. I'm like oof, I can't even drink this shit. So
do you drink them in short glasses or tall glasses?
short glasses, my man.
Okay.
No, dude, I got my own. Like I got my special rum and coke cup and everything. Nice, wonderful. I spoiled myself to this drink, and it's the only drink I got accustomed to, and that's the only drink I drink now. I don't touch anything else. When I go to a bar, I drink the rum and coke with the same rum and the same coke, and like
The same Coke?
yep, the fucking
Coca-Cola?
soda, the fucking
Or
watered down
Pepsi?
coke.
Or is it Pepsi?
No, I know when they give me Pepsi, dude, I'd send that shit back immediately, dude.
Really?
Rum and Pepsi, like, do not
It's
mix.
rum and Coke, not rum and cola.
Like they gave you rum and RC.
Yeah.
You know what's really good? Rum and pineapple. Like just pineapple juice and rum. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
It is so delicious.
That's called rum punch. That's what they drink in Jamaica. They fucking puke it all up later.
The amount of sugar and
this is
acid
what
going
they-
into your body.
This is what they do. Wake up in the morning, start drinking rum and Coke all fucking day, vomit a fuckload after you eat like a little bit, and then start drinking margaritas immediately after that.
Oof.
Which I've heard margaritas in Jamaica are like the best things in the world. But probably make you do some very fucking heinous shit later in the night.
I think anything does to Aaron.
You wake up, no, not again.
Yeah. You just wake up and you're like, oh fuck, oh, god damn it.
You're like, how am I alive? And like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah, exactly.
Like, why am
Like,
I
how
alive?
the fuck am I still alive right now?
And then you start thinking about all the fucked up shit you did, and you're like, why am I alive right now? Like, god damn it. Fucking hate my life. I'm so glad we're all grown up drinkers now. Like,
Okay,
except Aaron.
Yeah, I'm still
I don't really
drinking.
I don't even really drink that much. Like this show is like an excuse for me to drink.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's why, like, I'm like, yes, I get to drink. Otherwise, I would not be. Like, even drinking when I'm playing video games, I can't even do that while I do my own streaming. It's difficult.
Yeah,
Like,
because you start fucking shit up.
and I start sucking in the game, and I start like fucking. I can't get serious, and I'm just drunk as fuck, and I can't.
Start laughing.
Yeah, you do start laughing at basically nothing.
I don't know. I pretty much gotta be sober when I stream now, dude. It's so I can be like the best I can be. It's awful.
Alright, so do you guys want to talk about like Amazon and buying Twitch? I guess now.
Yeah, we can definitely move on to our topics. So for the topics that we're gonna go ahead and cover on today, we gotta definitely talk about some current events that have been going on.
Let's talk about hot chicks on Twitch too.
Yeah, we're
Well,
definitely gonna talk about. I mean,
whatever.
it may not pop up. Let me just put it that way. It may not pop up. But we're gonna be talking about some current events that have been going on, like some current school shootings. We're gonna get serious about that and not so serious about that. And we're gonna talk about some like the new policies on Twitch and how Twitch might end being Twitch here pretty soon in the next year or so.
Like people are actually like afraid.
It's a awful thing, man. It's very scary.
Wait, hold up, Gotham. What do you think about it? Like
The Twitch thing, I don't know. He's gonna educate me right now.
oh, you don't even know
I don't even
anything
know.
about it?
Nope.
Oh, what the fuck? I thought you
Okay,
use Twitch all the time.
he does, but this passed, dude, literally 4 days ago. This just literally passed 4 or 5 days ago.
Like I've heard people like talking about something. I don't know what.
Yeah, so okay.
It's about something you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So here we go. Pretty much, Twitch was created back in like fucking what 2013 or something like that. I can't remember, but it got created by gamers for gaming. You know what I mean? To be able to play games, to be able to show each other what we're doing in the gameplay, to play with each other and create a gaming community. Then females have started. I mean, I'm not saying this is all caused by females in the gaming community, because there was a lot of gaming females that were there already prior to that, but they were in there for them to flaunt themselves at. You know what I mean? So then
Yeah, they're just playing the game.
they were playing the game like they were supposed to, what Twitch was originally created for, and then a lot of stuff started happening. Twitch started growing big time. A lot of people started watching. They started making a lot of money. Amazon buying everything like left and right, like they've been doing. They were like, "Oh shit, Twitch is becoming famous and they're making shit tons of money. Let me get in on that. I'm gonna buy them out." Bam, bought them out for like $760 billion or something like that. It was insane the amounts of money that the amount of.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, it was
Billion?
insane.
Are you sure about that? 700 billion?
Or yeah, I think so. Like it was insane. Like it was insane. It was, the number was insane. Let me just say that it was a huge number. They bought him out.
Like, buy the world for $700 billion, dude.
Twitch is, I mean, Amazon already did, dude. If you think about it, Amazon has food. You can buy groceries.
Amazon
Yeah,
buy
You can-
everything, man.
Yeah, Amazon's net worth is like $124 billion or some shit.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
It's
I
insane.
love Amazon too.
Yeah, it is. They're amazing, dude. They back their shit up. But so Amazon jumped on this when they were like peaking, when Twitch was peaking in their
Yeah.
success. Amazon was like, "Bam, I'm gonna jump in, buy them out." Then Twitch started getting a lot of complaints of harassment because all the girls that were deciding to play video games since IRL wasn't created just yet. The females would play video games and make it about even though they didn't play video games. You know what I mean? This was just girls that were hot, popular in school, and they're out of school now, so they don't get the popularity they want. So they hop on Twitch. Oh, I suck at this video game. How do I play? I got big tits here. You know what I mean? Like they start getting viewers and shit like that, and a lot of people started getting angry because they were losing. You know, there were people who were coming to Twitch to watch people be good at a video game, not suck and show your tits pretty much. You know what I mean? Like you went to Twitch to, oh wow, this guy is trying to break a record on something. Like, let's watch this guy play or beat this game just because he's good at it. It wasn't just like, oh, she's hot or he's handsome. Let me just, watch it because he's hot or she's hot. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't because of that. And then they started getting a lot of harassment and all that. Then Amazon created with Twitch the IRL. They introduced that whole thing so people can actually show their personality on stream rather than their gameplay, making it more into kind of what we're doing now. We're not playing video games. But this is what we would have done on YouTube anyways. We're doing it on YouTube as it is now. And after that, they were just like, shit, we're getting a lot of harassments. It's becoming a huge negative environment for people who want to show their own personality and not play video games. When Twitch was created to play video games. And then Amazon got angry because they was giving Amazon a bad reputation because it was part of Twitch was owned by Amazon. So they were like, oh shit. The dark side of Amazon was becoming Twitch. Kinda. So.
And this is all like super recent.
Yeah, between 2017 and 18.
Dang.
So in May 5th, Amazon was like, you guys gotta pass this new zero tolerance policies, meaning that any streamer can get banned for outside of Twitch actions. If you are affiliated with Twitch, as I am Razgneir, I gotta say it because we're streaming live. I already said it at the beginning, but anything I do outside of my own Twitch, like anything that I do on my social media, Snapchat, anything that can be considered racist or can be considered negative or me being a dickhead, offensive, in any sort of way, I can get banned on Twitch, even though it had nothing to do with Twitch. Even though I wasn't streaming on Twitch, even though it was just like I did a video on Snapchat, I did a post on YouTube, or I made a post on Facebook, a racist comment on Facebook, and somebody flags me for
Pretty
that.
much like you can get flagged for anything.
Exactly,
Like,
outside of
just
Twitch.
Flag you like just because if they wanted to.
Outside of Twitch, so a lot of big streamers just in the past 5 days have gotten banned just because their content have been, if you notice, you go to I was trying to show Aaron all the IRL streamers, like that's what takes us to the topic. I was watching a lot of IRL streamers. A lot of the females that used to have all their cleavage showing out there, they're all wearing clothes, like completely fully covered clothes now, just because it's a full new policy. It's a zero tolerance policy. They're gonna take out the whole mature filter content as well. It's in the works, and in the process. They're trying to get that going.
That sucks.
So they're trying to make it to where it's very friendly environment for pretty much any age to go in there and be able to watch a person either do a talk show like us or be able to watch somebody play video games without being offended or get butthurt about their feelings and stuff like that just because somebody mentioned about religion or something. Just because they didn't go with that,
You
this
know,
person might get
that
offended. And
sucks because now we're definitely never gonna see some hot chick pour milk on her ass on Twitch, dude. That's never gonna happen, you know?
so, hence the downfall of Twitch.
I don't
And
know. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I think they're just trying to get like, naked chicks off Twitch.
I think they're actually trying to make it back to what it was. I mean, there's gonna be trolls. There's gonna be, all that shit. It's just Twitch was created for you to play fucking video games and watch people play video games, and enjoy that shit. And there's also this, like, they just added this, instead of IRL, you can do talk shows, which is what we're doing now, and that's pretty awesome. Also, like, I was listening to some other talk shows, and there's one the one I listen to is the tech. They do this tech talk or something like that. They talk about all this crazy shit and Oculus and all the new Oculus Rift gear and all the software, and they go in detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of everything, of the new software update. Java 1.375 is this compared to the 2.7 version of this. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. I enjoy watching it, and they have a very cool setup. And they're talking about something that you would actually be able to listen to. So,
You guys know Brandon Lassen?
aye.
Yeah.
I think he's fucked a fleshlight while using an Oculus Rift before.
That's completely random out of the topic, but he seems like the guy that would do that.
How'd you figure that one out?
Because he has an Oculus Rift and we're talking about fleshlights.
We're talking about flashlights?
I
I
guess
don't
he
know,
meant-
just kind of came up somehow. It's because, like, one of his friends was over his apartment and, like, or wherever he lives now, and the guy was like, he was like, yeah, my wife bought me a fleshlight.
Brandon's married.
No, Brandon's friend.
Oh.
Dude, Brandon's not fucking married.
His wife bought him a flashlight.
Yeah, one of Brandon's friends was like, hey, honey, I'm gonna go work in another state. I'm gonna buy a fleshlight. And the wife was like, I'm picking your fleshlight. That's what happened.
That has to do with what we were talking.
And then like, you know what I also figured out is that there's fleshlights that come with motors in them that, like, you literally just put it on your dick and it just, like, works itself. You just, like, turn it on.
Fuck.
Look at Aaron stories.
On that note, saying
for Aaron.
I'm sorry, man.
forever alone, forever alone. That's all you've been horny as shit today. All you've been talking to me about is bitches, naked bitches on stream. Like, let's talk to see bitches, and
No.
I just
he got banned. He got banned from a channel earlier for being a little naughty boy.
I don't know. I'm just
He was
trying
being all naughty and being like, "When was the last time you got laid?"
Important question.
So what, man?
And she answered, though. She answered too. But
Yeah, she was like, none of your fucking business.
Oh, what a cunt.
But she was like, I guess it was like January.
She's
None
like,
of your fucking
January,
business.
none of your fucking business.
So obviously it was actually January because that's.
Dude, I know all about captivating radio, dude. You don't need to fucking teach me anything.
Radio host.
Yeah.
You bring
With his
quite the audience,
setup.
Aaron. Yeah,
Yeah, I
with
bring
that
the
shitty
audience, man.
$5 mic that you got going on.
Yeah, with my Fender mic. I'm fucking working this shit, dude.
I don't know what you did to make it sound as good as you have it now, but that shit sounded awful, dude.
I just fiddled with the mixer.
I don't know. Ooh, what the fuck?
I'm just kidding.
That scared the shit out of me, dude. But yeah, dude. On that note, guys, sorry. On that note, I wanted to say anything that we say, we do not mean. We're drunk as fuck and we're degenerate motherfuckers that are doing a talk show. We're trying to entertain you guys as much as entertain each other ourselves. So don't flag us for stupid shit that we might or might not say.
Record it.
Report it, right?
Odelay
Yeah.
from McAllen.
Yeah, censorship sucks.
Yeah, fuck censorship. Just don't be dicks.
Like we're all here trying to have fun. We're allowing you guys to be dicks as much as you want in the chat. You know, as long as you guys don't get too rowdy and
No, I think that's the best part about it.
you know, but the policies also include the fact that if your audience is cancerous, you get banned too.
Oh, really? So, like, if they're just fucking crazy?
Yeah, so like if you have
Dude, you know what? You know,
a
it'd be
chat
really
talking about
good
racism,
if, like,
you get banned
it'd be-
because you're allowing that in your chat.
Yeah, you're like inciting racism.
Oh, shit. You know what'd be really fucking good? Is if, like, all of our audience took, like, real strong acid right before listening to this, dude.
I don't think they would be able to handle our
then-
nonsense and stupid.
Because you know how acid lasts a long time? So the show will end, but they'll still be tripping balls on acid.
Thinking about
And then
everything
they
we just said.
They wouldn't even know what to do with themselves, dude.
I don't know. I've taken some acid before that's lasted to me, and I've taken it before, and I've been like, oh shit. 2 hours later, I'm like sober, and I'm like, and then 3 hours later, I'm sober, and then I was like, wow, it only tripped for like an hour. It took like 3 hits. What kind of bullshit is this? And then I've taken
Really?
acid where I've taken 3 hits, and I've been tripping for like 20 something hours. I've been just like fucking gone. Like I was peaking for 18 hours, and I was like, am I ever gonna sober up? You know, like fucking go to sleep.
Feeling.
You
Oh
fucking
my
go to
God,
sleep
it's like
tripping,
it's like pure panic, dude.
and then you wake up 6-7 hours later, and you're like, oh man, I'm sober now. You go to the bathroom, you wash your face, and then all of a sudden it's like water's like falling everywhere, and you're still like tripping. You're like, fuck,
Damn.
I'm still tripping. Like I hate this shit.
Dude, one time I got some really strong acid, and like my heart was beating so fast, and like I drank probably 22 beers. I just kept slamming beers, like in the hopes that I would be able to fall asleep, like after I got like drunk enough. And it worked, you know, like eventually I was just like so drunk I was able to pass out, but only for like 4 hours. And I woke up still like tripping and all hungover. That was fucking hard acid, dude. I haven't taken any since that trip. It was so fucking hardcore.
Was that the Buddha stuff?
Yeah, that was the stuff you got.
Yeah, that shit was horrible.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude.
How many times have you
Fuck.
done acid, Gotham?
None.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta
Then
pop that
probably
LZ cherry.
Yeah. It
Dude,
really
I'm
is, like,
actually-
every time I've tripped more than 12 hours, I've regretted it.
Yeah, definitely.
I go through an enlightenment era, and then I go through like a super depressed era. You know, like I like feel all enlightened, and I know the world, and I feel like when I'm coming down, you know, I'm like, oh, this was amazing after 12 hours of tripping. I'm like, oh, this is great, and then like, oh fuck, this is actually not that good. Fuck, this sucks. And then all just like reality hits me in the face, and I'm just like, ugh,
Yeah, like, I fucking hate everything.
pretty much. And that's
I
where
feel like
I'm basically.
I feel like I'm gonna die, dude. Like sometimes. That's usually
That's
the
because you're an
biggest-
amazing American children, bro.
I know, man. That's like what the biggest feeling when I do acid is just like I'm gonna die, like at any second.
The only time I felt like I was gonna die from doing drugs was the time you trucked me up, Aaron or Holland Cope, and
Why did I do that?
you gave me like I don't know how many ambient plus Abilify and something else,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
and you
That
were
was
like,
bad.
you were like trying to get me to
We
fucking
should
take a shower. You
not
were
talk
making me.
about this.
You almost killed me, dude.
You're
Like I could have
you were drinking milk and shit.
You like kept making me take all this cold baths, dude, and I was like, I would be in the shower like, this is so cold. I'm tripping. I'm fucking dying. Like, dude, I felt like my body was like the top half of my body was like being like sucked into heaven, and like the lower part of my body was just being sucked into hell, and I was just like being ripped apart.
I was like, dude, just drink some milk, and you're like, all right, and then like the next thing you're like fucking vomiting like, in the toilet.
Because I can't drink milk, dude. I hate milk.
Yeah.
Like milk is the
I
worst.
I was like telling you like milk will help, dude. Next thing you know, you're like blood.
Dude, my body rejects milk like no other, dude. Like, ugh. I hate it.
I like milk.
But yeah, that was like the only time I felt like dying from tripping. Oh, no, the time I took 2CI or 2C. Yeah, no.
Oh, that was fucked up. Dude.
When we took it at your
Shit,
apartment, dude.
Logan got-
Yeah. It
I was
was
just like, here you go. And I'm like, well, all right. Next thing I know, I was up for 24 hours straight, pacing back and forth in my apartment. I even remember I called Logan like at 4 a.m. and I was like, dude, are you able to sleep? And he's like, yeah, you just woke me up. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude, like, I've been sleeping since like 11. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Dude, for
I
me,
couldn't
like,
even believe that.
for me, dude, I would like every time I would try to go to sleep, I would be like wired as fuck, and I would be like, I can handle this. So I would like close my eyes, and then I would start seeing all this horrific like horror story shit, dude. Like people getting hacked and slashed, and like screaming, and like buildings burning, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't close my eyes. Like, no, it's okay. I'm just gonna go back to sleep, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh no. And I'm just
Dude,
like,
it's crazy.
and I was like, dude, I
Yeah.
can't sleep. Like, I can't do this shit.
Have you guys like ever like answered your phone while you're like tripping balls?
Dude, oh, dude, it's
I
the
don't
worst.
remember it if I did.
I talked to
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson when I was tripping on fucking 6 doses of shrooms
yeah.
on a Friday night to see if I had to go into work on Saturday morning. Because I told him, like, for like 2 weeks, I was like, I'm going to the Pink Floyd Laser Spectacular. Can I not come to work on Saturday morning? 'Cause I'm going to be out late Friday night. And he would be like, I'll let you know. We'll see. We'll see.
He's
I'll
like,
let you
also, I'm gonna go fuck one of those young.
Yeah, pretty much. One of the young students.
I kind of need you here.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden my fucking like Friday night or Friday morning goes, and I'm like, so Mr. Wilson, I'm not coming to work tomorrow, right? He's like, oh yeah, we'll see. I'm like, all right, whatever. I call like he calls me Friday night after I got out of the show. It was like maybe like 11 o'clock, and I'm peeking, and I'm hanging out with Brandon Lassen. And me and him are just fucking tripping balls, and I'm just like, oh shit, so I answer the phone, and he's like, oh, so-and-so enrolled, this student did this, and he was like giving me the report for the day, you know? And I'm like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, see you tomorrow, sir. And he's like, oh well, and I just like hung up. Like I was so freaked out, he was like, oh well, and I just like hung up the phone. So like
Did you go in?
Yeah, no, so like I take more shrooms, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, so I like take 2-3 more doses of shroom. I was already on 6. And I was already like sobering up from those 6, so me and Brandon took like 3 more each, and we went to a party. I ended up going home around 4 o'clock in the morning. Fucking tripping balls still. I didn't even sleep. I had to be at work at 7 in the morning. I fucking put my uniform on at 6:30. I found it in the back of my car. It was all wrinkled up, like it looked like I just rolled out of a trash can, dude. Like, and I just like go into the school. Like I park at the school all early, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm early, and all of a sudden I see Mr. Wilson pulling in at the exact same time as I do. And I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm tripping balls. My pupils are dilated. I'm like seeing fucking traces everywhere. Like, I'm just tripping balls, dude. I haven't slept. And he like comes out of the car. He's like, oh, I thought you were coming in today. I'm like, oh, so I can go home? No, well, since you're here, just stay and work. And I was like, oh fuck. So I like taught for 4 hours, tripping balls and shrooms, dude. Like, it was insane.
Damn, what the fuck?
Like I would see a kid running, and then I would see like the same kid running behind him, and I'd just be like, I would be like taking double looks at the kids and shit. Like I'd just be like, oh my god, like you could tell like I just had a rough night.
You know, I hate to keep going back to this, but I love the fact that you worked at that school for so long, and like the master of the school, and like the assistant master of the school, and like the assistant master of the school were all fucking the students. That is crazy to me.
So
It's
the
almost like
policy, it's because the policy of victory is you wake up victory, you eat victory, you go to victory, you go to lunch to victory, you go back to teach at victory, you get out of victory, you shit victory, you fucking dream victory, you wake up victory, and you fucking victories your life. You know what I mean? And one of the policies is that you're not allowed to date anybody inside of the company. You know, it's against HR policies and all that. But what do you know? If you live, eat shit, fucking eat victory, what are you gonna do? Fuck victory.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So everybody in the schools, like all the assistant instructors, were having affairs with each other, cheating on each other, dating each other, doing all this each other kind of shit, and it was just not good. Like it was just. I mean, our main instructor, Jesse Elder, man, this guy is a fucking genius to live on this earth. Like this guy can milk a cow and sell the fucking milk to the cow. That's how. He's a psychology master. Like he's a fucking Jedi. You know what I mean when it comes to talking to you. And it's crazy. He never graduated high school. He dropped out at 11th grade. Started teaching martial arts. And then I guess he would fall under an Amazing American Children. Like this guy fucking had poor parents, had it bad his whole life, and then he decided to drop out of high school because he thought his master was like, "I'll offer you a school." So his master fucked him. He opened up his own school, and he started reading. Like he just started reading a shit ton. Like he would read about anything and everything. Like he was just like a bookaholic. So he became like super wise from reading all these books and everything, and then ended up owning, selling his school to Victory. Ended up becoming millionaire at Victory, selling like the most like insane programs. Like you're signing your life away to work at or to train at Victory, and you can't get away with it because the contract won't allow you to. And then you're fucked. You know what I mean? You're like fucked in this 3-year contract. And then he like went to the Burning Man. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Burning Man.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I'm not
Yeah,
too familiar with it. I heard it's like where people go do a lot of drugs.
Yeah, basically.
So he went over there for a weekend and then came back to our business meeting. Everybody wears suits and everything to the business meetings at Victory. And he shows up in shorts, flip-flops, fucking button-up t-shirt, high as fuck. Walks in, picks up his check, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I sold my shares of Victory. I don't work for Victory anymore. Peace out." Like he like got high and had an fucking enlightenment, and he just like sold his shares of Victory for like I don't know, like $2.7 million. and fucking left. And he started going. Yeah, he started going to companies, and he's one of those guys that he does like he thinks is called mind vitamin,
Hmm?
and
What's that? Mind vitamin?
yeah, so it's like positive um reinforcements and shit like that. He's also here. I'm gonna post it on the podcast topics. Um, I guess no, never mind. Don't go to that site. He's like one of those people who's like how to think like a multimillionaire, how to be like a millionaire, and then he goes to show you how the way of doing it, and the words that I used to use. Yeah, he's a guru of life, pretty much, of life coaching. He's a business advisor, a personal development coach, and a student of life.
That Burning Man, bro.
Yeah.
Just fucking did
probably
too
did
much
some-
DMT.
Yeah, probably did some strong ass acid from like CIA shit.
He saw life, dude. He saw like the meaning of
Yeah.
life, and he's just like a fucking prophet of.
He like
Beer bongs some ayahuasca.
he goes to Burning Man and he's just like, fuck the girls at Victory, man. I can fuck way better chicks just by telling people that they're not pieces of shit.
Pretty much, dude. Like this guy's a genius, dude. Like I don't
Yeah,
know, this
man.
guy's amazing. I follow him on Facebook still. He taught me. He's the one that taught me everything I know about martial arts and everything I know about business and anything I know about like ever since I was 14 until I was 20. He taught me everything I know about life in his eyes. And I've followed his way, and that's what's made me very, very successful in my martial arts endeavors. Just because I followed the way that he taught me how to sell, how to teach, and it's never like it's a anti-fail. Like his thing is a fail. Like it won't fail. You know what I mean? It's an anti. What do you call the systems?
Fail safe.
No, it's those systems that will never no matter who you are, you will succeed if you do it this way. The fail proof.
Foolproof plan.
Yeah,
Kind of like Nazism, that kind of thing.
cult leader type shit. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So I mean, he he did it though. He's a fucking billionaire right now. He lives in the mountains of fucking I don't know where with a fucking gorgeous $1 million house, and all he does is go do motivational speeches here and there. He has his own mind vitamin videos that he does that
Shit.
it's amazing, dude. And I look up to that. You know what I mean? That's very motivational to me. Like this guy knows so much. And which, with my new career, I'm trying to implement his teachings into this new lazy fucking school that I'm working at. But whatever.
Pretty cool.
Yes, definitely. But that's gonna take us to our little break. Because we're actually doing the show a little bit longer. Since it's actually gonna be a little more of a show. We're gonna do like sometimes it's gonna be just plain up podcast. Sometimes it's gonna be more than an hour, more than sometimes it's gonna be 2 hours and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are up to it. We're up to almost an hour right now. If you guys are willing to take a break and we'll go on and talk about the shootings and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to like smoke or something.
No, definitely. We're taking a little break. Let me go ahead and put some jazz music for you guys. You guys got any?
Yeah, I could totally give you some shit.
Acid Wolf.
Yeah, Acid Wolf. Did you listen to that album, JP?
Yeah.
It's fucking good, right?
Who's JP?
Or Slippers.
Gotta be professional here, man.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, play that.
Oh, dude, Acid Wolf is so good, dude. That whole album is just amazing.
Can you send me a?
I really like-
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, look, I sent him this, JP.
Cool. I'm just gonna play the first song and let it.
Oh, I don't know how long. That's not a very long song.
Oh, here I got it.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we'll be back here just shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a little break. Enjoy the music.
Can we talk right now still?
Alrighty, welcome back everybody. That was some Acid Wolf for you. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of some Acid Wolf. Everybody enjoyed the little smoke break.
Yep.
And I hope you guys enjoyed your little smoke break to some Acid Wolf as well. To everybody listening. So that brings us to our second half of the show, where we talk about a little more serious topics, and they can be like, I don't know, whatever. But we are gonna talk about the recent school shootings.
I've actually heard that there was other ones that happened after that. I guess that big one in Florida.
That fucking picture.
What? What?
I don't know. That picture gets me every time.
Yeah, dude, he's the adoring fan.
He looks like the adoring fan. He fucking does, totally.
I should have never gave the adoring fan an AR, dude.
Dude, can you guys imagine what this trial's gonna be like? Oh my god.
Did you see he took back his guilty plea?
Yes. Well, so I need to
Wait,
you to
what?
educate me.
In
I need
favor-
you to educate me on that. So
what, like a
he went in.
psychological?
So the whole thing with Nicholas Cruz, he went into. Was he in school? Like, was he a student or was he out of school already?
I think he was a student still.
Still, right? Because
Yeah.
apparently I've heard mixed stories to where he was not a student and he came back to get vengeance the year after he got out because they
Vengeance.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, I don't know. I heard it was about a girl, but I don't know.
I bet you anything it's a crime of passion, man. It looks like it, you know?
I mean,
Like,
a
basically-
19
basically
count
he's
murder. What is it?
Basically-
19?
No, it's basically like he was pissed that he never got laid. Went fucking berserk.
I mean, that's what it seems. That's what it seems like because a lot of the people he killed were women. But I mean, I don't know. At the same time, he's the adoring fan.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to know what the adoring fan is really.
I mean, look at him. That's when they arrested him. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
His ears are big.
Damn. All right, so he's indicted on 34 counts.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah. So he pleaded guilty originally, and he was like acting like he felt really bad about everything, and then I don't know. I guess out of nowhere, he's like, you know
Yeah,
what?
so check it
I
out.
didn't do it.
So here goes. Exactly 3 weeks after he stalked the halls of his former high school shooting and killing students and teachers alike, Nicholas Cruz was convicted on 34 counts of premeditated murder and attempted murder in connection with rampage that left 17 people dead at the high school, and then a Broward County grand jury charged the 19-year-old. Yeah, he was already So it was his former high school. He was already out of high school. He went back to get whatever, venturing whatever. On Wednesday, 17 counts of committed murder with first degree and 17 counts of attempted murder in the first degree. Holy shit. So he's getting charged with double, so it's like 30.
So is he
Damn.
going for like a psychological plea, basically?
The indictment came as a student at the school returned. No, because they were premeditated just because he planned everything out. You know what I mean? He like left the scene alive. He tried to escape.
They have plenty of evidence of him like practicing, like shooting and everything.
Oh, so he's not gonna get the crazy deal.
Yeah, he can't.
I mean, maybe he's gonna try. I don't fucking know what he's gonna. I mean, he took back his guilty plea. I have no fucking idea what that dude's trying.
In a span of about 10 minutes, Cruz roamed the halls and targeted people huddled in classrooms on the first and second floors before leaving the campus undetected in a crowd of students. Wow. Like, he blended in like a fucking boss, you know what I mean? He like fucking... Damn.
Well, I mean, he fucking definitely planned that shit.
He was like, you know what? It's gonna work like in the movies. I'm gonna fucking walk in there, shoot people, and walk out with the crowd. And he did. It worked.
Yeah, I mean, well, until
he got
until somebody was like, it was him.
Pretty much.
Like one of the nerds is like, that was the fucking adoring fan, wasn't it? You know, it'd be funny if like they posted a picture of like the adoring fan, like they sent that to the police, and then that's how the police like found him.
they're like suspects on foot. Here's an image we think might resemble him.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude!
So,
that guy is just—he didn't fucking blow his head off. That's the one mistake.
It's like that
one
picture.
mistake.
Yeah.
So, Nicholas Cruz withdraws a not guilty plea in connection with the Parkland school shooting. And it says, according to the document, a written plea of not guilty was filed before formal charges were brought against the 19-year-old.
Oh, what the fuck?
Cruz was indicted by a grand jury Wednesday on the 17th. Counts of first-degree murder and 17 counts of attempted murder. He now stands mute to the charges against him. What?
That guy's gonna get probably killed in prison.
No, they're gonna keep them separate just because of that. Because there's gonna be people like, hey, if I can kill this kid, fucking hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, even the guards would probably want to kill him.
Yeah, they're gonna keep him separate. Just like that dude that shot up the movie theater in Colorado. Like, I bet they keep that dude like solitary.
Isolated. Yeah, totally.
Oh, you're talking about the Joker guy, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Man, I vaguely remember that.
He walked in with an AK and just started fucking firing, dude. Like, he fucking shot so many people. I heard this one, almost like a creepypasta of like this chick explaining of how terrified she was when she had to go and testify in a courtroom against him, like with him sitting there and him like looking at her directly in the eyes, like smiling the whole time. And like, basically she was like remembering about all the bullets like passing through her body, and like she like turned and her boyfriend was like covered in blood, and like
James Holmes was his name, right?
I don't know his name.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, that was crazy. That's why I always figure, like, if something like that happened in San Antonio, it'd happen at, like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Palladium.
So James Egan Holmes is an American prisoner convicted of the murder of 12 people and the attempted murder of 70 others. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like, it's like, we're gonna charge you for the 12, but we're also gonna charge you with an attempt of 70 other. But
Yeah, that
didn't he fall under the crazy
I
plea?
don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he looks pretty fucking crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, shut up. There's also that I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sarnav Jahar Sarnav. He was a American terrorist of the Chechen descent, who was convicted of planting bombs at the Boston Marathon on April 15,
yeah.
2013.
Yeah, they made bombs out of like pressure cookers.
And this guy just seems like a normal fucking dude.
Nah, dude, those kids. Cause he had like a brother. He had a brother, and they were both like shady as fuck.
Did you guys remember about there was that gay club in I think Miami where like some gay dude walked in there and just started blowing people up?
Who?
Oh yeah, that was
with
the other one
bombs.
in Florida.
Yeah.
I remember.
Not with bombs.
remember that.
He just walked into a club with a rifle, just started killing people.
Who remembers
Oh.
this guy?
That happened a couple years ago.
Cheng Hui Cho was the U.S. resident of South Korean origin, a spree killer and mass murderer who killed 32 people and wounded 17 others, armed with two semi-automatic
That
pistols.
guy was crazy.
When was that?
2007.
Oh, that was that guy. That was
The
that.
Virginia Tech, yeah.
Yeah, Virginia Tech.
He fucking went in there, guns
That
blazing,
guy was just fucking crazy, dude.
And his videos, dude, he has some good audio. If I could,
He does.
play for
He's
us,
got some really crazy clips.
Oh yeah, the guys with the videos are the best. Just like Elliot Rogers too.
Elliot Rogers is the best.
He's just like you can just totally tell how psycho that dude is.
So, hello there. Elliot Rogers here. You know, I've been looking over the sunset.
Totally fucking crazy, dude.
And just thinking about the beautiful sunrise going over the mountains.
He's like,
it really makes me think.
I'm gonna get
like this fucking crazy motherfucker.
The day of retribution.
Yeah. The funniest, there's this one picture you posted, JP, where it's like, I'd totally kill for some pussy right now.
Oh, Elliot Rogers. You are awesome.
He's an amazing American child, man. Truly, the definition.
I found it.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Here, where'd you put it?
In the podcast.
Oh, here we go.
Podcast topics.
Wait, I gotta show everybody.
It's too good.
That's
imagine if Elliot Rogers wrote a book, how crazy that thing would fucking be.
Surprised there's not a movie about him. We should make a movie called The Amazing American Children, or we'll pick a bunch of like American children that've done a bunch of crazy shootings like this, and we'll do like a little reenactment.
Did he shoot himself, or did the cops kill him?
I think he capped himself.
He capped himself, yeah. He was smart to save that last bullet.
You know what's really cool though is like when that church shooting happened, like kind of south of town, that one dude just like woke up, heard shooting, grabbed his AR, and fucking just like iced the guy.
I mean, it's Texas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect?
Like, did you hear? Did you hear? Did any of you guys hear the interviews? Any of the interviews that about that, like with him? Sorry, I'm not being clear. Did you guys hear any interviews about that? About the church shooting or anything?
I watched like maybe a couple, but I mean, I think like one of them was the dude that chased down the guy, or it was like the dude that was driving the guy who had the AR.
Yeah, that was wild, man. Wasn't it like a black church too?
No, it was like just like a Baptist church, like a white Baptist church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just because like his girlfriend or
Yeah, okay.
that was like her family's church or something.
You just lost it, you know what I mean?
No.
Well, he shouldn't have been able to own a gun in the first place.
I'm pretty sure he had
because
some like
was-
deep-seated
Well, he was-
psychological problems in the first.
He was dishonorably discharged from the military, and that like pretty much like you can't buy guns after that.
I mean, what do you
You're gonna pay
expect?
for it.
I mean, these children, there's something wrong with them
Lost.
in that happened between the ages, I would say, 2 and like 8. That completely fucking planted a seed for them to go crazy at a later age.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I think it's like those little things that end up eating people up. Just
They-
slowly and
it's called emotions, and all these people. If you notice in the year 2000, from the 2000s, like the end of 2016 towards the beginning of 2017, everything was starting to become about you can't do this because it hurts this person's feelings or so and so.
PC.
It was just like very, very wrong to say anything anymore. It was just you lost your freedom of speech, in a sense, because it was offensive. And that I think that just started like creating a lot of emotional. You're bottling up all these emotions. You can't express yourself the way you want to express yourself because you have this filter on you. Eventually, you're gonna be like, well, this bitch cheated on me, and I've been, she's fucking done it over and over and over and whatever, and it's my fault. I can't do anything. I can express myself, telling her the way I feel because she can sue me and this and that. You know what I mean? For harassment or such things.
I kind of get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Then
I think
they,
it's offended by anything.
Yeah.
so then
it's-
they started getting bottled
yeah, it's like,
up,
what
and then
did
they
everyone-
loose.
Everyone
Boom.
just become like pussies all of a sudden.
No, it's just that's just pretty much how it is. Like you can't joke around because to some people that just might be offensive. So if you're in a group of people and you say a joke that's funny to 5 people, 2 of those other people are gonna be super offended, leave the group, tell you something to your face that you're a piece of shit because you said something offensive to them. And you're like, whoa, dude, I was just kidding around. No, you weren't. My vagina is wet
that's
and
happened to
pussy
me.
and
That's
dripping.
happened to me so many times, dude.
Well, I mean, you do go over the edge a little bit, but it's just
I know, but I'm like
you gotta understand
honestly,
your
I'm
humor,
not-
to
I'm not like trying to be mean, and then the next thing you know, I'm like standing at a bar and people are like fucking like looking at me, and I'm just like, oh fuck, you know?
I did it again.
I didn't mean to sound like the nastiest person alive, but I guess I am now.
I just did it. Cheers, partner, right? Like
Very nice.
fucking insane. I don't know, I just can't.
Okay, I know this is really like way out there, but I kind of think all these shootings are some kind of like spook ops to try to basically have what happened to like Australia and every other country that doesn't have guns anymore now.
You're going into a
Like, this is
far
some-
conspiracy, right? This is some like
this
that's some
so this is like
deep,
conspiracy shit.
deep conspiracy. And
Well,
I've looked
you know
into
what-
this.
You know what else is odd though? Well, like even with that veteran that killed like 3 hostages yesterday, and then also at the same time, there's a bill on the Senate floor that has to do with like basically getting rid of due process to take veterans' guns away.
Ooh, so you would lose
Like
your guns.
that's not good at all.
Yeah, no, it's not, because that could
When they're
even
like
affect me.
circumventing like justice, that's basically like circumventing the Constitution.
So
Well, that's what it is.
there was this
So-
meme. It was not a meme, but it was like this thing Shelby tagged me in. And sorry guys, Shulbs could not be here tonight moderating the chat, so I'm doing that if you guys want to chat or whatever. But anyways, it was a picture that was like from Venezuela, and somebody tagged her in there, and it's like the government took Venezuelan guns from citizens in Venezuela 5 years ago. Look at it now. Americans, don't let your rights be taken from you. And it was like a huge, deep, like, thing, and it was just like, man. And a lot of people were like posting all this like mixed opinions on like the anti-gun laws, and they'll be like, how can you be so silly and fucking let people have guns and kill each other, and then there's the other people who are like, well, you have the right to defend yourself from the government, you know what I mean? Or of
Just
anybody
from
that tries
other
to,
people,
yeah,
man,
of
because
anybody
when
that,
the government fails, who the fuck's gonna look out for you?
Yeah, no one. Yeah, it's just you.
The government's barely looking out for you as it is. Like, they're only doing it to get money.
The government doesn't give a fuck about anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they own. You know what they want? The taxes. I don't know. I kind of fear it. Honestly, I kind of want to be dead before any of this shit really starts hitting the fan, because I don't want to be in that world.
Do you guys know who Noam Chomsky is?
Mm-mm.
No.
I won't get into it really, but he's like this famous like.
Well, my son has finally gotten in
like,
trouble on the bus enough to where he got actually kicked off the.
He's like political commentary type dude, but he's an intellectual type guy. But like
Radio.
he's mostly like liberal, and he's just like renowned for his views or whatever the fuck. Like I think he was on like one of those like Zeitgeist films or some shit. But he was one of the motherfuckers that was actually endorsing the whole thing that happened in Venezuela, and like I just found that out today, and I was like, wow, that guy's a piece of shit.
big time, yeah.
Wait, what happened in Venezuela?
They're like a socialist regime now.
Run by narco fucking.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I watched a
Oh,
video of
shit.
fucking Noam Chomsky today saying like, yeah, like Chavez is he's really gonna look out for these people and shit, and like he's just like
dead.
going on. Yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
Like Travis is dead, dude.
Dude.
No, he's
don't-
alive. He's
Thomas,
alive in
dude,
this
Thomas,
bird
don't
that speaks.
Go Venezuela, dude. Don't go there, man.
Oh no, dude, that shit. They're having elections here pretty soon. I don't think that shit's gonna happen at all. But
Because remember how you were telling me like you had to go there in order to get your passport? Or
yeah, no,
something?
I'm working on getting my citizenships. I went ahead and got my biometrics done. So now I'm waiting to get an interview, and I gotta take a test knowing my rights. And
That must suck. Like
I become a full
when
citizen,
you're
American
thinking
citizen.
about like your home country, and it's just like a big shithole. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and the fact that I have to get a citizenship, like I have to unciticize myself from my own home country, just because how bad it
That
is.
must feel terrible.
Yeah, no, I feel really bad for it, dude. And every time I watch videos and shit, I actually honestly tear up just thinking about my family living down there. I'm like, damn, that's how bad people are living, eating out of
Yeah,
fucking
it's
trash
fucked
cans
up.
on the side of the streets. Like, it's awful, you know. But you know, it is life. It is the way the world,
Yeah.
decided to make it that way. And America can't do anything about it, and Venezuela obviously can't do anything about it at the moment because citizens don't have any guns to fight against anything.
Did the police like just execute people? Just like
so
walk up and shoot you if they
so
want?
they're like driving around. They're like, oh, the house looks nice. They walk in. They're like, you guys need to leave the house. No, this is our house. Bah bah bah.
I mean, just take all your shit and live there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
This is part of the government. We're taking it as a base for the government. Whatever bullshit. They defied the government, so we shot them and killed them, and we threw their corpses out of the front yard, and that's it.
Damn, sounds like what America wants to do.
Like it's pretty much pure anarchy down there, dude. It's fucking crazy. My dad had to bail out. He moved down to Chile, but the thing is, like, the airports are shut down. Like, you can't travel out of Venezuela to America.
Yeah.
Or anywhere. Like, you're like fucking locked in there. So about 760 people. 760 people migrated out of. 760,000 people migrated out of Venezuela last year.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've actually always kind of heard Chile was like a really beautiful place.
Oh yeah, Chile's amazing, and my dad, because the people migrated down south to like Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Chile. They just all had to move down south away from. So, what? Venezuela's Maduro is the guy that's running it right now. Maduro is giving passports and visas to the Chinese to vote for him because he's given them a different lifestyle that was slightly better than what they had in fucking China or whatever.
Damn, dude. What?
So right now, now there's
hardcore, man.
It's crazy. There's more Chinese than Venezuelans in Venezuela.
Fuck.
Get the fuck out of there. God, man.
But that brings me to I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this really quick. If you guys think about, we're talking about this whole what's politically correct and what is not. And I heard this in another podcast. I wanted to see what you guys' opinions were on this. And it's about this dad pretty much teaches his kid a lesson because his kid is being a bully in the bus. He got kicked out of the bus to go to school, so his dad is like, well, for being a fucking dickhead, you're gonna run to school. And the school is like 1.5 miles away from the house, so it's not that far.
Yeah.
A kid can run a fucking mile all day long. Kids don't get tired. So it's like, well, you're gonna run to school to show you a lesson, and he like made a video and posted and made it viral. And a lot of people been super angry about it just because that's like child neglection and you're hurting your feelings rather than talking to the kid and seeing what's wrong with him, why he's bullying other kids. And
what, as opposed to hitting the kid?
As opposed to disciplining him in this sense to where his dad is like on the car driving behind the kid.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I don't see anything wrong with this.
Well, my son has finally got in trouble on the bus.
So the kid was just being an asshole.
Yeah, right? Here. So I'm gonna play the audio here. Give me 1 second. I guess the audio is only 1 minute long, so give me 1 second, guys.
Well, my son has finally got in trouble on the bus enough to where he got actually kicked off the bus for 3 days because he was being a little bully.
No, it's playing right now.
Which I do not tolerate, cannot stand.
I'm gonna watch it. Actually.
And therefore, he has to now run to school. We're right about 1 mile from the school, so all week he has got the experience of running to school. Ironically, since he's been running to school this week, his behavior has been much better. His teachers have approved of his behavior this week. He hasn't gotten in trouble at school this week, where last week he was just absolutely out of his mind. But this right here is just old school simple parenting. This ain't killing nobody. This is a healthy way for a child to be punished because it's, exercise. If you say we need gun control, people, here you go. This is what we need. Parenting. Proud gun supporter, love guns and everything else, but I love my children more than anything in this world. So I'm going to take initiative to raise them. I can't lock them in my safe like I can guns. I can control guns easily forever. This I've got to make sure I control now. If you want to figure out what to do, having issues, Get creative. Be a parent. Teach them how to be responsible for their own lessons and accountable for everything they've done.
So,
Wow, I actually really agree with that.
okay, right?
I think that's totally effective too.
Gotham, you being a parent and all.
1 mile isn't that far. That motherfucker can walk. Yeah.
Exactly. As a punishment, you were being a bully. Like, first of all, you shouldn't be fucking dicks to other people.
Yeah.
That you
Bullies
don't.
are like, I hate bullies, man.
Oh, dude, I hate bullies, dude, so much. I used to remember that kid that used to follow me around at Churchill. That was like kind of a little bit special. He like wanted to do flips and all that, and he was like super skinny and like followed me around everywhere. And he was like, "I want to do flips." Ah, yeah, that's awesome.
No, I don't remember any of that.
But he had like 2 special ed classes in his schedule. He had like a bunch of regular classes, and he had like those 2 special ed classes, like because he was a little special, you know.
Dude, he just wanted to do some flips, man.
He looked up to me, dude. He was like, "Man, this guy is awesome. He teaches martial arts. He fucking does flips. He knows how to do. I want to do all that shit." So I started teaching him and whatnot. And the only time I could do that is during fucking lunch. And you know, I was never very public shy. I was always running around doing flips around school, fucking free running everywhere. Like, I didn't care. The more people saw me, the better. So, fucking, this kid would try to do that, and then this fucking jocks, dude, the football jocks. One day I was like walking by, and they were like picking on him. Dude, and I just got so mad. And I just like walked up and I put my hand around the kid and I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude? Let's fucking go walk this way." And they're like, "Oh, we're talking to him." And I was like, "No, you guys are done. I'm not gonna let you guys fucking be a dickhead to this kid, dude. He's an awesome kid." And I just like took him away. And the guy's like, "Hey, we're not done talking to you. What are you gonna do about it?" You know, the fucking Churchill typical rich attitude, but they're not rich because they live down on fucking Blanco and West. Like.
The total ironic fucking truth.
Like, come on, dude. You know, shut the fuck up, kid. You live down the street in those apartments. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know,
my apartment.
Dude, it's like, dude, your father left your mom when you were like 2. Shut the fuck up.
Pretty much, dude. Like, you know, I would fucking say stupid shit like that to them. Like, I would say like fucking low blows, and they would get in my face, and I would just like stand there and look at them like. And I would tell him, like, "I fucking dare you to do something, see what happens." And the guy's like, "Oh, let's just go over there." And I was like, "Dude, you guys are not worth my time." And I would walk away from that shit, and I would, like, teach that kid to, like, don't let fucking bullies let you, you know. Because they were like telling him, like, "Oh, go ahead and do a front flip. Go ahead, do a fucking front flip right now, bro. Do a front flip. You're a badass." You know, like, fucking making him get hurt. In the concrete, like fucking middle of the hallway, and they were like pushing him around, like, "Come on, bro, do it!" Like in a circle, like, dude, I never gotten so mad until I saw that, dude. I was just like, justice must be prevailed. Green Dash, go.
Dude, do you guys remember like this tall, skinny goth kid? He was Mexican.
Yeah.
Gotham Knight.
No, he's not Gotham. He had hair.
Oh, he might have had hair back then.
Yeah.
Shit.
I had hair before.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, no, he went to school with us, and like, you remember him, right? Don't you guys?
Yeah, I do.
Not you, Gotham.
Holland.
Give me a name.
I don't remember his name. Anyways.
Holland. Did he carry a vial of blood in his neck?
I don't know if he carried a vial of blood. Anyways, like, he was at, you know how a lot of people used to hang out, like, in Bitters, like, Bitters in 281, like that huge shopping center with all those bars and clubs and everything?
Yeah.
There's some jock, like, talking shit to him, and he takes this kid's skateboard, walks up to that jock, and fucking hits him over the head with the skateboard, and like I think like made that kid retarded. Yeah, yeah, just like fucked the guy up, dude. I'm pretty sure he went to prison and everything.
So the funniest thing I've seen at Churchill was, um, I'm down at the cafeteria where the old cafeteria used to be, where the buses pickup was, and those stairs that used to go down, like they used to go up, and there was those glass doors. So I'm walking down from the front of the school, and all of a sudden I see this kid running down the fucking stairs as fast as he could. He trips. He can't stop himself, dude, and his face fucking hits the glass so hard it breaks. And those are like the fucking metal doors with the fucking thick glass in the middle that they're not supposed to break.
Yeah, you're not breaking those.
And he broke it with his forehead, dude. Like all I see, I'm walking by, and all of a sudden I just like look over and I see his face just like boom hit that glass, and you just hear that bah, and he's just out cold fucking there. And then the fucking ambulance came and shit, and I was just like, holy shit, this dude just made himself fucking stupid. Like that kid just fucking shifted his brain, dude. I don't know, that hit, dude, was so hard. It was like that time I got my ass beat by fucking Aaron McDonald, dude. Right there in the fucking cafeteria, dude. Aaron witnessed that, dude. I got my ass beat right next to Aaron.
Oh, I do remember that.
Like I was like, he just stood there, dude. So it was funny because like
I didn't even really know that was gonna happen. It just
happened out of nowhere, dude. I got my ass kicked for no reason.
Fast. It was really fast.
No reason, no fucking sudden. I just got my ass whooped.
Yeah.
Like,
didn't he kind of like pile drive you like a little bit?
So
I
like,
don't even really remember.
I do remember this fight exactly. I love telling this story, dude. When you getting my ass beat, because it was a very unfair fight. To be honest, you were throwing a fucking Gatorade bottle to somebody else, and you guys were throwing Gatorade bottles around each other in the table. We sat in that table with Aaron McDonald's, that bitch that he was fucking, and the other bitch that he was fucking too, but they didn't know that he was fucking both of them. Or whatever. And then it was that dude Savior, and remember Savior? Yeah, it was Savior and your friend and somebody else, and Brandon Bird was sitting there too. And I'm sitting there, and then you guys like were tossing, and Aaron McDonald was right in front of me, and you guys were tossing the bottles, and I get hit in the face because he like tosses his head towards my way. I get hit in the face, I toss it back at him, and I just go and start talking to you. And you and me are talking, and all of a sudden, like, we both look, and his foot is in my face. He just, like, stomp kicks me in the face. Like, he gets on the table, and he just, like, stomp kicks me in the face for throwing the bottle at him. Because he got mad. Because he got mad because I threw the bottle back at him.
Damn.
So he just, like, stood on the table, kicked me in the face, and I'm like, what the fuck? And everybody was like, whoa, dude, that was so uncalled for. And I just, like, swung at his face, and he, like, backed up, and he was like, oh, yeah? He stood up on the table, grabbed my face, and, like, started kneeing me in the face.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of times. And then he just, like, picked me up, put me on top of the table, and started punching my face against the wall, like, a whole bunch of times, and I just blacked out. And then I opened my eyes, and I was, like, across the table on my knees.
Gee.
Like, just like, I couldn't even close my jaw, and I couldn't see out of, like, one eye.
I always knew that guy was, like, a huge piece of shit.
When did that happen?
My freshman year.
I think, like, freshman year, right?
Yeah, it was, like, my first year.
I didn't even really know you.
It was, like, my first, like, 2 months of hanging out.
Damn, I wish I would have been there, man.
Yeah, no, it's funny, because, like, years later, we met we met again, and when we met again, I was already like a fucking first degree black belt, fucking on my prime, like all badass.
Isn't that kind of like what led you to martial arts when that
No,
happened?
no, because like I was pissed off all the time, and my mom like was like tired of me and didn't want to have me around the house, so she like threw me in martial arts.
And you were like a crazy pissed off teenager, dude. You really were, man.
Yeah, and
You
I
were
had a
like
lot of anger.
always mad at the world, dude.
I think that's pretty.
That's pretty much
normal.
everyone, yeah, but
Yeah, I was like fucking just raging, dude.
I was angry at the world. It was so unfair to me, dude.
I was
Every
more like,
relationship I got cheated on, and Simon was usually involved, and fucking.
I was usually like, I was more just confused and lonely than I was pissed.
But dude, I got my ass beat by Mr. Wilson and Mr. Elder, Jesse Elder. I got my ass beat by both of them one time so bad because I was so angry, and they got me so angry to the point that I have never been angry again, like that angry. You know what I mean? Like I've always been able to control it. Now that I know what my limit of anger is,
Huh. I don't think I've ever felt that.
it's crazy, dude. Man, dude, I've like blacked out from anger, dude, and it was crazy.
Shit.
But I got my ass beat during those like 30 minutes of fucking rampage of anger and adrenaline and shit, dude. It was crazy. I don't know how to explain it, dude. I was just pissed off.
How was that?
I was like 15, 16. I've never been angry since. Been a very chilled person. Until fucking I get cornered, and then I got cornered when I went to jail. We did a podcast about that. You guys remember? Crazy fucking ex.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm still pretty pissed off all the time. But
You gotta
I
get
smoke a lot of weed though.
once you figure out, once you finish school, dude, and once you finish doing what you're doing, you're gonna feel amazing because you're gonna have your steady income. You're gonna have your steady, like, hours.
I don't know. I don't feel like money's gonna do anything.
Yeah, money's not the.
No, I'm not saying money. I'm just saying the steadiness of you do this, you get paid, you fucking go home, you eat, you shit, you fucking get high, you do your shit. You know what I mean? Happily ever after. Your work doesn't feel like you're getting
I
paid.
think what you're describing is kind of like the problem. At least to me.
I don't know, dude. Now that I got this new job, dude, I fucking enjoy going to work. I got steady hours.
Yeah, that's always nice.
So my job doesn't feel like I'm working. Like I don't feel like I should be getting paid for what I'm doing because I don't feel like I'm working.
Nice. Great.
I don't even know how
Yeah.
the fuck you worked at Walmart. Would have
Dude,
hated that.
I worked there for like 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, that shit's rough, man.
Yeah, that's like the bottom, dude.
It was pretty rough.
I've heard about like Walmart employees complaining about basically like the Walmart health insurance ripping them the fuck off, like hardcore.
So you get hurt because something like fell on you,
Like
right?
no. What I mean is basically like a lot of their check would go to the insurance, and like the insurance was just terrible insurance.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad because you don't get offered benefits anymore, dude. It's unless you're full time. But in order for you to work full time, you need to work at least like 3-4 years in the company. Never have any absences. Never have any other shit. Fucking dedicate yourself to work nearly 40 hours, but not over anything over 40. whenever they want you. You know what I mean? It's just like.
Sounds like a blast.
But when I was working at the automotive, I switched from electronics to automotive, and I was fucking fine at automotive. And the fact that I switched over, the manager from electronics kept harassing me for everything I would do just because I left the department short. But I was like, your department sucks. You run it like a fucking Nazi camp. Like, I fucking can't work there. It's horrible, man. It was fucking awful. So I left, and she got mad. So she would like hunt me down the hallways at Walmart. Like if she would see me with her phone out, she'd be like, "You can't be out with your phone," like a fucking Nazi, you know. Like I would like enter or exit through the wrong door, or if I would go to the break room through the wrong door, she's like, "You can't come in through this door. You have to go all the way around through the other door. What are you doing coming in through
you
here?"
should fucking dick slap that.
Yeah. I'd just be like, well, you're a bitch.
Like one day, dude, I was like
Damn,
fucking
dude. Annoying.
6:55 in the morning, and I'm walking in through the front door to go clock in, and she's walking by with her daughter. That's the day I quit, dude. She was like walking by with her daughter, shopping at 6:55 in the morning for some shit for her school, for her daughter's school, and she sees me walking in, and she's like, "Hey you, hey you, hey you, you, I'm talking to you." And I just kept walking because I don't respond to that shit. You know, I got a fucking name, and you know my name. You're the one that fucking hired me. You know what I mean? Like, that's just plain disrespectful.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
So I just ignored it. You know what I mean? I thought she was talking to somebody else. I thought she was talking to her daughter, and she was like, "Thomas," and I was already like so far away though. And I turned around. I was like, "What?" And I kept walking. I was like, she kept talking to me. "Come here. Didn't I tell you not to go through those doors?" And I was like, "Well, you did, but here, I got a piece of paper that says that I can walk through that door because according to Walmart policies, it states that all employees must only walk through the front doors of the building." And last time I checked, that's the front door, and that's the front door over there. "Yeah, but you have to walk through the grocery side, which is the far side over there." And I was like, "Sorry, the policy states this." And she was like, "Well, you're trying to go over Steve's," and Steve is the main manager. And she's like, "You want to try to go over Steve?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not trying to go over anybody. I'm just going by what your company, Walmart." And I just like pointed out at her like policy paper. And I was like, "Walmart policy says." "No, I'm gonna get somebody," and she got like 3 other managers
Oh
involved,
my
and yeah, no, it was like in
God,
front, but it was in front of like,
oh my god.
it was all in front of right there where you walk in. Like she didn't pull me aside, she didn't take me to the back room. It was all right there in the entrance where people were walking in and out. And this fucking huge commotion. She's yelling, she's fucking going nuts, and I'm just like, "Sorry, Vanessa, I'm not gonna deal with you because you're being obnoxious. I'm gonna go clock in and I gotta go to work. If you got to deal with me later. Bye." And I just started walking away from her, and she started yelling at me, and I just like ignored her and walked away. Like, not even 20 minutes later, my manager from automotive walks in, and he's yelling at me like, "What the fuck are you doing, pissing everybody off?" And I was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You printed me out this policy that says I could walk in, you know what I mean? You gave me this paper. "Yeah, but you can't be talking to," I'm like, no. Fuck you. Fuck her. I'm not gonna get in trouble for some shit that she was harassing me right in front of all the customers and employees, you know what I mean? Like, that was very unprofessional of her. This is very unprofessional of you. This is not how company manager should be according to policy. You guys should be fired for this. If I file harassment, I started telling him all this shit, dude, and he just like got scared, and I was like, "But you know what, dude? I'm fucking leaving. Like, I can't work in this environment. You have a shitty fucking environment working, like, work environment." I left, and 5 hours later, I got myself another job. Doing what I love, martial arts.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you got a job in martial arts.
Dude, and it's right there across the street from you, dude. You know that Gold's Gym right across the street from the gas station?
No, I mean,
By
it's on
JP's
over your
house?
house.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you work over there?
Yeah, by JP's house.
You work on Bab or Callahan?
Babcock and Callahan, yeah, that
Really?
that
Oh,
Gold's
shit.
Gym, there's like a little SA Kids karate sign on the side.
Mhm.
That's my school. Well,
Have you guys ever been to the sex shop over there? It's called Temptation, or I think that's what it's called.
that's a titty bar, dude.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't have any reason to go there.
But you guys, I think we're getting near the end of our show. I think we had a fucking awesome podcast today, or awesome show. Later on, I know
Imagine
Mr.
if this was broadcast on 90.1.
This would be amazing, and if we could take in callers, you know how
Oh,
cool
that'd
that
be
would be.
great.
That would be so awesome. We can like put a
Because
bunch of topics.
it'd be like that thing where like what Howard Stern got, where it'd be like people would hate us so much that like the haters would be the ones like just listening like so intently, you know? Like more people who hated the show would listen than the people who actually liked it.
Just to talk shit, dude.
Just to be assholes, yeah.
Oh man. But I know you guys are working. I know Holland Cup and Mr. Slippers are working on some trivia games that we're gonna be doing later on. We're also gonna be working on a new overlay for our stream, so it's more. You guys will be able to see the chat. You guys will be able to see some of the stuff like my the videos and stuff that we're seeing. I'll make it to where you guys can see that. So I'll work on a nice little overlay for us to have a better show going. And when we do our previous show, what can you guys explain that a little bit more?
What, the games?
Yeah, the games you guys got planned out.
We're just like when Shelby's on, and I guess we'd probably have to get a few more people. We do have some games that we've made. Mostly they're like trivia. Yeah, that's about it.
There was that Jeopardy thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
On that. We do have the questions though.
Yeah.
Trivia.
It would just. I think we would need Shelby on for sure, and then we'd probably need
two
other
guests.
people. Yeah, like other people.
How many guests do you think we would need so I can get? Because I got.
Well,
I got some.
What would have to work is me and JP would run the show, but you would have to be one of the contestants.
No, definitely. I'll definitely give my hosting
Shelby,
rights to you.
And then probably Gotham, and then probably someone else. So at least there's like 4 or 5 people. Then we could really do something super fun like that. It'd be hilarious, too.
I can get some like actual like big Twitch streamers, right? And I can get them to be our guest. In this game,
really
you know what I mean?
Would be like if we had like sound clips and sound bites,
No, exactly.
Just, like, the whole,
no, exactly. So that's why I'm leaving that to you, and I'm gonna teach you how to set up Toki on your computer. So I'm gonna have to go over to your house and set up Toki on your computer. So then, since you guys are gonna be running this show, you'll be able to run, the sound effects and all that. Yeah.
All
right.
Are we gonna do this again, like normally?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I didn't even know we were gonna do this until JP just like randomly messaged me today.
Well, I posted on the podcast topic and I mentioned everybody on there for at least the podcast members. This is something we should talk about after we
Even
get off the podcast over here, you know. So that ends the show over here. Make sure you guys go ahead and click that follow button and subscribe on our YouTube channel if you guys haven't done so. Our new schedule is going to be every Saturday from 7 a.m. So remember, we're going to be doing sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours. 2 hours is going to be special for you guys. Otherwise, it'll be 1 hour. We're going to see where it goes. You guys want to add anything in there before we go ahead and take off?
Just try to be as amazing and American you can possibly be, you know.
Be that American amazing
Try not to
child.
shoot. Try not to kill a lot of people if you can.
Make it count if you do.
Yeah. Try not to get caught after just killing a shitload of people.
Be smart about it.
Chale, güey.
Again, don't take any of your shit fucking seriously. But this is the end of our show. I enjoyed it.
We're not pro whatever, all that.
This is the end of our show, and here's some music. Enjoy some Led Zeppelin. Shh, the music's playing, don't.
It is the springtime of my loving, the second season I am to know. You are the sunlight in my growing, so little warmth I've felt before. It isn't hard to feel me glowing.